Hi all, good evening. Welcome to another webinar on Upgrade Skills. My name is Grishma and I'm going to be the host for the session today. So before I go ahead and bring in on our guest for the day, let me give you a brief on Upgrade Skills. So Upgrade Skills is an e-learning platform where we embrace the philosophy of educate, elevate, and excel in upskilling others. So here it is not just a platform for the courses, but it is a platform for instructors as well. So if you are listening and if you are interested to train and if you are really good at a particular subject and you feel that you can inspire others, you have an opportunity here. You can just log into www.upgradeskills.com and there you have the option to be an instructor. Just click on be an instructor and our team will go ahead and contact you. All right, so here I'll go ahead and introduce our guest of the day. So today we are blessed to have Pushpesh Pathak. He's a corporate trainer for 10 plus years, and he has trained more than 10,000 corporates. And so we have him here today. So before I bring him in, we'll go ahead with the poll questions. All right, so can we go with the first poll question? Okay, so here we have the first question. Where are you joining from? Please go ahead and answer the question. So I hope we all have answered the questions. So can we go with the answers? Okay, so it seems like we have a lot of participants from Africa. We have 63% of the participants from Africa, and from Middle East and from America and from Asia, we have 13%. All right, welcome all of you. So can we go with the second poll question now? So here's the question. What is your highest educational qualification? I hope everyone has answered the question. So can we go with the answers, please? Okay. So here's the answer. We have BA and BSc, that is bachelor's of 44%, and for masters, we have 56%. All right. So we have two more questions to go. We have poll number 3 coming in. So can we please go with the poll number 3? So here's the third question. What is your current job role? Can we go with the answers, please? Okay, so we have 50% of the crowd for managers and 38% are team leaders and 13% of the crowd is aspiring to be a trainer. Good. So can we go with the question number 4, please? So here's the question. It is, which of the following challenges did you experience in your job role? So can we have the answers, please? Okay, so it looked like a lot of people have challenges in managing difficult people. 56% of the crowd say so. All right. So, all these questions would give our, Mr. Pushpesh an idea about the crowd and what are the challenges the crowd is facing before he actually get into the session. So now I'll go ahead and welcome Mr. Pushpesh Pathak to go ahead and start the session. Hi, Mr. Pushpesh. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. Thank you very much, Grishma ji.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having you here. And are you excited for the session?
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to have a great participant in the webinar. And may I have a share my screen? Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Pushpesh, so you can, go ahead with the session.
Yes. So before we start our webinar, just I want to ask that how many of you feel that you are the born trainer? If you are a born trainer, just write Y in the chat box. And if you are not feel that you are the born trainer, I write N in the chat box. May I repeat the questions? Then how many you feel that you are the born freelance trainer? No, Kefi. Great. Everyone, please use the chat as much as you can, so then I can also communicate with you through a chat. So it is very necessary to understand you more and to reciprocate in the same way as you want to learn from me. Because I have seen that communication is the issue and managing people is the issue. So we will discuss so many things regarding that. Thank you, Bam. Yes, you are a born trainer. Anyone else? Please participate as soon as possible. This is the right platform to learn. And as you reciprocate with me, I can make you more. What do you mean by B? Kefi, no. HP, what is B? You mean to say in between? No? Okay. Yes, sir. Great. HP, thank you very much, everyone. Kefi, Bam, and HP, thank you very much for your reply. So now understand, I will tell you, I will change your perception that we all are born trainer. How? Have you any time in your business or in your team, you have trained someone? You guide someone? If your answer is yes, then you are a trainer. If you train or you have guide your siblings, your children, and they like your guidance, then you are a trainer. Are you agree with me or not? If you are agree, please write A in the chat box. I'm still under people, but I always try to be effective in my service. Great. Thank you. Agree. So more or less, we are all are trainers. Thank you, Laida. Thank you, Bam. Thank you, HP. And I'm still under people, but I always try to be effective in my service. Great reply. Thank you very much. So we all are a trainer. Just in this webinar, we are trying to improve a little bit about as a trainer. So we have only 3 agenda game. The first agenda is what is the benefit as a trainer in your personal development, personal growth, and in your business or in your organization or in your company. What is the benefit if you become a trainer? What is the benefit of that? Second point is how to become a successful trainer. What makes you a successful trainer? What the quality require? What are the skills required to become a successful trainer? We will discuss in this webinar. And the last thing, basic designing and developing training sessions, how you can design your developing training. Are you excited about all these three agendas? If yes, please write E in the chat box. Please, please, please. You have to utilize the chat box as much as you can. So that way, I will understand that you are very interested and you are excited to learn more and more and more about these things. Thank you. Thank you very much, Bath and Lydia. You are very much active people in the group. Thank you very much. So now just we will discuss about the benefit of the trainer. So first thing, which is very important, is the impact. If you become a trainer, it impacts in your personal life also. You can grow as much as you do. As you remember the NLP, neuro linguistic programs, the one thing which you repeated so many times will be your attitude, that will be your skills. So once you become a trainer, you repeat one program so many times, though that will become an inbuilt habits in yourself. So that impact in your life. You become an organized person. You become you have a learning quality in yourself. You everywhere, whenever you go, you will try to learn something and something and something in particular area. So that impact in your personal life, your life become a very beautiful and you enjoy your life. It also impact in your organization sector. Wherever you work, you are, I have seen that most of you are managers in the manager area. So in that also you can impact your personality, your knowledge in your organization. You have an interpersonal skills knowledge. Since when you are giving the trainer, you have to interact with so many people in your organizations. So you have a good relationship with them. You try to understand them. So that will be impact in your life. The second point is it is a continuous learning process. As we know, as a human being, we have to learn. There is no option for that. We are a learner human being and we have to learn. But once you become a trainer or you are aspiring trainer, you have to learn each and every day. If you ask me about myself, I learn from the movie. I learn from the TV programs also. I learn with the discussion with so many people also. So what is the good quality and what I can apply in my training programs. And sometimes I also learn from the so many great trainers, how they speak, what they add in their training programs. What is necessary to be a successful trainer. So this is the profession. Trainers is that perfect profession where every day you learn something more and you should have that ability to learn continuously. So that is also benefit and this skills is also required in yourself. Third thing is that is a very interesting for myself. If you become a trainer, you can add variety of things in your training programs. In training program, of course, this is a 45 minutes, so this is only a lecture. Otherwise, in each and every my training programs, I add so many videos, so many games, so many stories, so many role play. Depending on the participant, I also do so many exercise, so many self-assessment tests. So that way, as a trainer, you have to do a continuous learning and you have to find out a specific thing for your training program. So that is a very necessary. So every day in each and every training about particular subject, for example, the time management, the basic training required by anyone. So you can add so many things you want to add in that. So in each and every training, you have to add lots of variety in that. That is very important because as it has been surveyed that the adult learning is a 15 to 20 minutes. Continuous, they can learn up to 15 to 20 minutes. So after each and every 15 to 20 minutes, you have to add some stuff. Maybe it's maybe a video, maybe it's maybe a story, maybe it's a personal example, people's example, live examples, or you have to add some exercise in there. So there is also benefit And if you add the variety, that is also a continuous learning process for yourself. And that will impact all your training skills, your professional life. And fourth thing is the flexibility. So you have to be flexible. For example, as I give an example of the time management or maybe anything else, manager skills or the leadership skill or like this TOT, in each, depending on the participation, you have to flexible with your content. That is very important. And that is why we have asked a few questions. So can we also understand the participant in the room? So according to that, we can flexible to our training material so that it is easy to digest the material to you and you convince very easily with that content. So now my request is that as you are all are aspiring trainers and you are the manager, I hope that you sit in your room with the pen and pencil, pen and book. So please write these 3 points, these 4 points, and just decide where you have to improve. This is the impact part. It is a continuous learning. You can do any conversation with the variety of things. You have a when you can communicate with someone, you give an example, live people example, or you add story, or are you a flexible person? You please write in that. And in second column also you can write this is a thing where I have to learn more and more about the to become a trainer. Is it okay? I am clear. Any questions? Thank you very much. Wonderful thematic area. Okay, great. May I move ahead? Thank you very much. So next eight benefit is that as I told you, this is your continuous learning process. Every day you can learn from your training program, from the participant. Before you prepared any training programs, you learn from that. In the training program, from the participant, you learn so many things. And from after training, from the feedback, you can learn so many things. So it is a personal growth. So the best part of the trainers is every day they are shining, they are growing up and up and up. So that is the best idea that if you want to become a trainer, that is the right platform for you, that your personal growth will be very rapid. Your personal growth will be very rapid. So that is also benefit as a trainers. Every time, every training, everywhere you introduce yourself as a trainer, you will get the reward. Everyone give a respect. Trainer is one of the profession where each and every trainer get the reward, get the respect. And as much as you give a training, you have a good relation with them. You build your team, you build a good relation with so many people. So this is the most benefit as a trainers you will get it. Of course, the job security in training. If you are working in some organization and you are the part of that organization as a trainer, then there is a job security because you know each and every aspect of that particular organizations. So your job security is perfect. If you are a freelancer or you have your own training company, or as so many people say they are aspiring to be a trainer, this has a job security. Because as CSRC report, up to 2030, the market of training will be increased every year by 8%. Though there is so many potentiality in this training set, training field, training profile. So if you think you want to become a trainer, maybe in your organization, or maybe a freelancer, or maybe open your own company, then this is the right profession which you have to select. And the last thing is you become creative and innovative. Every time you add something new, you see that your creativity increases very rapidly. You become a creative person. Each every training you feel that I have to add something more and more and more, and you become very creative. Somebody say that this my presentation is good, so I this is also creativity. So there are so many things in which you become a creative. Every day you will get some innovative idea to improve your training skills, improve your presentations, improve your training style, your communication system, communication skills. So in every area you become a creative and innovative. So these are the 8 benefits. There are so many benefits, but we have a limited time, so I have just put in 8 major benefit which you get. So you can also write which one you like the most, or which is your comfort zone. That you are a creative person, you like to work in the organization where you have a job security. Do you like to get reward, and you like to make a relationship? You want to grow yourself? Just write in your note. And if you have questions in this first, please write in Q&A or in chat so I can try to give a reply to your questions. If you do not have any questions, please also write N. Or you, great idea. 8, yeah. Eight, I will repeat the 8. See, when you are in a training field, every time you think that I want to add something extra in my data. In every training program, you feel that I have to add something more in my training area, depending on your past experience. Just I will tell you my own example that before one month we have a training at one hill station, and there was a 3 days program, and we are 3 trainers. We were 3 trainers in that program, and every day the different trainer in that. So I was a trainer for the second day, and on the first day when trainer came after completion of the training, she said us that the participants are very dull. They are not reciprocate with me. They are so bored. They came here to visit this hill station. They are not able to learn, or they don't want our training. So she depressed. And at that night, I thought that how can I make them energetic? So next day, I have started. I have think so many things differently, and I have started my training in with the game. I have added so many exercise. In full day, I have not opened my presentations slide. I have not opened projector. And I make that interactions style. And they love that much. And all participants become energetic. And everyone appreciate my efforts. So that way, depending on participants, you have to be creative. So if you want to become a trainer, you have a creativity and innovative in yourself. I think I am clear. Yeah, great, Ilan. I wish to build myself as a trainer and impact many more. This is the best platform, and you learn from participant also. You can learn from yourself also. So this is the best programs. Bam Efrin, are you clear? Please write why so I can. Yeah, thank you very much, Bam. So next point is what make you a successful trainer. If you want to become a trainer, as you said, you are aspiring trainers. And even though you are a manager and you want to be a successful manager, also this quality is required. Either or. So the first quality is that you should be a master of any particular subject. As we know, we are a jack of all but master of the few. So you decide. You are a master in which particular subject. So as I told earlier, please write down in your notebook that in which area you are a master. You may write 4, 5, 1, 2, whatever the numbers. Whatever comes in your mind, you just write down. Once you write down, you can work on that also. And if you can share, you are a master of which subjects, I will like to know from your side. So you can also write in the chat what is your master area. Anyone? Of course, you cannot write here. I don't mind it, but I wish that you should write in your notebook that you are where you feel that you are a master in that area. And at this moment, if you can't decide or if you can't think that you are a master in which area, don't worry. But after this webinar, just think that you are a master in some of area. Any people in the world, any human being are a master in some area. But sometimes we do not know. So just find out if you want to be a successful trainer or you want to be a successful manager, this quality is required. So just think in which particular subject you are a master. We are not 100% master in any area, but if you feel that you are a 60%, 70%, or 80%, depending on your experience, depending on your observation, depending your job profile, you are a master. So just think, please write in your notebook. So we will go to the second point. Second point is your effective communications. See, so many people tell me that I am a good communicator. But as per me, no one is 100% communicator. Every day we have to improve our communication skills. Every day. And what do you mean by the communication skills? Communication skill is not to speak only. Of course, we all are a good speaker, but that is not the quality required by from the trainer. So in communications, you should know the two major things, communication skill, and one is the listening skill. When you are delivering training, you are speaking to your participants, you should know, you should listen them. You should understand the in between line what they are going to speak. Why? What is the pain point? Because sometimes I have seen the participant cannot say directly, or their communication is not so perfect, so that they cannot say rightly what, or we cannot understand what they want to tell us. They want to inform us. So you have to read in between the line. And the second thing, as a successful trainer, you should know the NVC, non-verbal communication, how they see it, how their face expressions, how they see their eye level. So when you feel in your training session that the participants are very dull, at that time, as I told you earlier, you have to add some variety in that. Maybe some games or some exercise or some role play. So that is a communication skill which you require. Of course, public speaking is the most requirement, basic requirement, but to listening and observing the non-verbal communication of that participant is must. And of course, your communication skill also is very important. The last, say, third thing is that engagement and interactive. If you want to become a trainer, don't be, see, this is semi webinar and we have a 45 minutes. So this is only a most probably a one-way traffic, one-way communications. But if you are doing a webinar, seminar, or in-room training in your organization, please don't do a one-way communications. Please engage your participant, interact with them, understand them. As I told you earlier, that communication skill is necessary. Understand what their pain point, how they behave with you, what is in their mind. So accordingly, as I told earlier, variety, you have to add some questions in that. You have to add some exercise in your training program, or you have to add some role play so that you can understand them very well. So, and earlier also I told you that adult learning is 15 to 20 minutes at max. So at every 20, 30 minutes, you have to add some stuff in that. So you engage them, you can interact with them, you have to ask any questions. And as I always tell you, we are not only a trainer, we are also facilitator. So the job of facilitator is to just communicate with your participants. So it is very necessary. Fourth point is that you should be empathy and patience. This is as a human being also we require that, but as a trainer you require much, much, much more. So, and what do you mean by empathy? See, I will give one example of my training program that in first hours, I have seen that one of the participants is very dull. He could not concentrate in my training program, and his facial expression was so tired that I feel, what is this? And every time, as a human being, my concentration on that particular person only. I could not concentrate in any other good participants. So after 1 hour, I gave break to them, and I just asked that I do a one-to-one with that participant, and I asked so many questions to him, and I understood that his father was admitted in hospital and he was disturbed at that time. So I discussed with him and I gave him the options that there is two options for you. If you want to leave the training program, you can and take care of your father. Then he told me, no, 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 my brother is there, my mother is there, so there is no need to. Then I asked the second questions. That should I now able to concentrate in this training program and learn more from this training program? And he said yes. So that's why I empathize with that person. And then onwards, another 4 hours, he is the participants who active very much. He and he gave me a fantastic feedback after my training. So that is the empathize level. And if you want to be a successful trainer, you have to see each and every participant. If you have a small group, of course, if you have more than 50 or 100 people, you can't do that. And at that time, that is not also required. But if you have a small group, 15 to 25 people, you have to observe each and everyone. Sometimes you have so many aggressive participants in your training program. So at that time, you should have a patience. You should be a calm. I always told my trainers that you should have two factories in yourself. One is a sugar factory. As a trainer, you have to speak only a goody things. So sugar, sweet things. So it is sugar factory in your tongue, and in your mind you have a ice factory. Your mind should be always calm and peaceful. Then you become a trainer. Because sometimes when you are a trainer, if you also observe in your organization also, they are the participants are very aggressive and they speak so much thing. So at that time you have to come and you have to read again and again. I'm telling you in between the line, what is the pain point? And you have to solve that and you have to continue your pain. So in each and every training, you have to be empathize and patience. The third thing, adaptability. As I gave a further example, earlier example, that I have to change my training program. So you have to adapt your training skills depending on the participants' point of view. If they like to learn like this, you have to change your, because there are the few people they don't like the presentation, they don't like, they like to interact. When there are so many higher management people, they like only a case studies and to do a presentations mode. So depending on your participants, you have to adapt your training skills. So one thing is that just you can write in your book where you have to improve yourself. If you want to be an aspiring trainer, which area you have to improve. You can give a percentage also in effective communication. How do you feel? Are you 50% above, or where are you, and where you can, what you will improve in the next few days? The same way you can write engagement and interactive, how you engage with the people, how people like to listen to you, how people like to meet you and ask the so many questions to you. How you interact with the people. You can write in the percentage, right? And same way, empathy and patience. How patience level you have in yourself. I've seen that there are so many people who speak in between in the communication. So that is also bad manners. So depending on that, how you can do that, that also not. How you adaptable in your life also, not as a trainer, but as in your life, how you adapt the new things in your life. So then the patience of learning. There is a patience. As I told you, this is a continuous job as an human being, as a man, male, as a human being, and as a male and female. We are born to learn each and every day, and we are learning and we are updating ourselves. So you have a passionate to learn every day. You have a passionate to learn. You should have organization skills. What do you mean by organization skills? There are so many things in organization skills. You have to reach before some time. You have to make your webinar, or if you are doing in some training room, you have to make sure that everything is work perfectly or not. Your sound level is perfect, your presentation is perfect, your slide moves perfect, you are in for perfect dress, you are moving around training room. So all this is organization skills. Sometimes when you are you are a freelance trainer and you want to go to some other organizations to give a training, so you have to meet so many people before you start your training. So for that you should have a buffer time. So if your training is at 1 o'clock, you have to be reached at least half an hour before your training starts. So you have a sufficient time to manage everything and you start your training at the perfect times. Then as a successful trainer, this is the most which I like, feedback and assessment. In each and every training, you should have a feedback form. That should be filled by the participant. Second is assessment. Assessment I take as a self-assessment. In each and every training, I ask myself 3 questions. Immediately, while the participant fill the feedback form, I take my self-evaluation form, self-assessment form, and I write in that. And there is a particular 3 questions. One is that what I did the best in this training. I write the dead points. Second, I ask myself, what is the worst thing I did in this particular training session? That also I write. And the third questions, what I improve myself in my next training. I write that. I keep aside, and then I collect the feedback form. I read each and everyone's comments, and then I add particular points where I have to improve myself in my self-assessment programs. And before I go to the next training programs, I read, I improve myself, and then I give the next training program. So every training, I am trying to improve myself better, and better. So that is very requirement for the successful trainer. You should be professionalism. Your dress, your speech, everything should be in professionalism. Sometimes that happens that people will, as I told you earlier, that there are aggressive people or there are some mischief people in your room. So you have to control them. That is a professionalism. There are lots of things in the professionalism, but as I told earlier, the continuous learning program, continuous improving. You are improving every day. If you become a successful trainer or you become a trainer, success is no destiny. It is a continuous journey. So if you want to become a successful trainer, you have to be continuous learner. You have to improve yourself. Every day you can learn so many things. So that is very important. So you have any question of this? You please. How can I deal with such a person like you said in your example when you are faced with time constraint? How can I deal with such a person like you said in your example when you see it will take only 5 to 6%. You have to just come down. You have to just make a relation with that person and you will you have a good relationship, so it is very easy for him to open up to you. Your job is to just open that particular person and to know the pain area. If you do that, it will take maximum 5 to 10 minutes, and you can do in your biological break also. So most probably, I will tell you, in every training, suppose if you have a full day or half day training, every 90 minutes you are giving a one break. So you give a first break in within 1 hour, and you just know that person, you understand their pain point area, and if you can solve it. And I frankly tell you, it is every time it is not possible for us to solve his problems, but try to solve that. I think I am okay with that. You are okay with that? How do you, as a trainer, ensure job security with an organization that may have a different value from you, the trainer? How do you ensure a job? See, don't think as a job. Trainer is not a job. Trainer is a profession. And the trainers are required in each and every organization. You can start your freelance work as a freelancer also. You can earn more than what you earn from your organizations. And if your answer is that this job security, because if you are giving your 100% in particular area, you have a job security. If you want to work as a in that particular organization, it is you have a job security. And don't take trainer as a job, take as a professions, then you will get the every area. If you become a successful trainer, as I shown you these 10 points, if you follow that, I am giving you 110% guarantee, whatever the organizations, you are a job secured persons, and you will get the more opportunity in other organization also. You can also do a freelance work with your job. So there are so many, I have seen so many people, so many my trainer friends, they are working in some particular company, and in Saturday Sunday they do. In India we have a Saturday Sunday off, so they do a training program, and company also don't mind to do that. So that way it is a job. I think, Abha, are you clear? I hope, Abha. Or if you are not clear, I will go ahead and just write if you want more clarifications. So to become a successful trainer, these 10 points is very necessary. This is a basic points which I have just discussed with you. There are so many other skills which also required, which we will discuss in next webinar. This now just how to design a training program. So that is very important. The first thing is that identify the training needs. Identify training needs a very big subject, and it requires more than, I think, 1 or 2 hours to understand that. But when somebody offer you to give a training on a particular subject, so you have to first find out what is their needs, why they want the training, what output they want out of their training, and why they called you to give a training. So these are the few basic questions you have to ask your organization, or where you are going to give a training. You have to initially ask and find out their needs, what they want. Sometimes interpersonal relationship is problem. Sometimes interdepartment system is not perfect. Sometimes organizer difficulty is there. So first, or sometimes the leadership or management problems are there. So first understand that particular need, why you are required for the training, what the organizations wants output from your side. So understand then that need, and then you try to set your objective of particular training. So again and again, I'm telling you, in each training, your training needs may be different, and every training, your learning objectives should be different. So you should have lots of material with you. So depending on the needs, you can set your learning objects. The third thing, depending on the need, and depending on your learning object, you have to, as I told you, you can have a variety of the things which you can add in your training programs. You have to train the training method, how you deliver your training. So this is all are the pre-training tasks which you have to do that. According to that, you have to develop your content, where you have to put your videos, where you have to put exercise, where you put games, where you have to put self-assessment test, or where you want to be a role play. So you have to develop the content depending on this. See, these all points are interact with each other. Then design the material according to all the 4 points. Initially, find out the needs. Then what is the learning object? What the output they want from you? Then what the training? This is also a find out the training needs, that what methodology they feel they like. They want to do a in-room the webinar or outbounding training, depending on the participants, and depending on the organization's demand, you can select the specific training methods also, and according to that you have to develop your content and design your learning materials. Then you have to structure your sessions. So what you will tell, as I started my training like that, we will learn these 3 points. So that is the best idea. The participant should know that what you will discuss today. So that is a must area. Then how you do, in which, as you all are a trainer, so I didn't say to you, but you have to tell this is my methodology. So when I am doing a room training in some training room, I always initially told my participant that there should be no timing criteria for this. If you want as much as break, I will give that break. So, but you listen my training very peacefully. So if you are tired from the my training, you just ask me, you raise my hand, we'll take a 10 minutes break. So that way they become very easy with me and they never ask me to take a break. So there are so many ways you can structure your sessions like that. As I told you, you have to make engage your participants. So it should be an interaction way, facilitated programs. So this is a very unique way, and that is a challenging job also for a trainer. So sometimes you got that type of participant that they will not open up very easily. So you have to learn that skills, how you can interact with them. But as a trainer, I earlier also told you that the trainer is also facilitator. So each and every time you have to find out that how you make them much interactive in your sessions. And your weighted, your success rate of your training is depend on how the participant interact with you, how the participant will open with you. That is the most important. Provide feedback as when you do some exercise or you do some role play or some activity. At that time, give a honest feedback to the participant. That is very necessary. If you feel that he should improve in some area or she should have to improve in particular area, you have to tell them that yes, this is area where you can improve. You have to encourage him, her, and then you have to guide how they can improve. So that is very necessary to design the program. Evaluate learning. You have to evaluate your learning, the way they want to learn from you. And the last things, you have to improve your training programs. Every time you have to improve your any program. Any questions? How does the trainer ensure the job? Okay, that we did it. All right, I got it. Okay, great. If you have any questions, yes, here are the few questions in the chat. How do you handle colleagues who always interpret feedback in a negative sense? Okay, so here also sometimes the trainers have to become a coach, and coach are the persons where they ask the open questions. For example, you are a negative in some of the case, you have to just ask me the questions. Where do you feel me to improve myself? Or what you are expecting from me to deliver these things? What do you feel that what should I do that you satisfied by from me? So that way you have to ask the open-ended questions where he will give the perfect reply. And sometimes, or more of the times, they do not have that answer. Are you agree with me, Lydia? And one thing is more, uh, always see feedback in a positive way. Maybe some of the participant will be a negative thinker, but you have to take in a constructive methodology. That is a learn. If you feel this is where you have to improve, please try to improve yourself. And if you feel that this is the intentionally they have given you particular negative feedback, then you have to forget it. See, we are the hero of the particular movie. And if you have seen any hero or any superstar, his or her each and every movie doesn't become a super movie. They also done so many flop movie. So the same principle apply in our life also. Don't feel same result in each and every training. You will so in some training you will get the fantastic response, and some you get the neutral response, and someday you got the very dull response. Not because of you, but because of the sometimes because of the participant, and sometimes because of us also. So the main important thing is the constructive feedback. We have to take it as constructive. If we can improve, we are trying to improve. And if you cannot improve, forget it. Concentrate on your another training. So that way you have to do that. I think I have given a perfect. Are you agree with me, Laria? Yes, you have already reached. Yes, I do. True. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any further questions? So these are now questions. If I know, please ask me the questions if you have a questions. And if I will have a answer, I will give you. Other, I will tell you. Then I don't know the answer. Anyone? Thank you. Thank you. So can you give me a at least two-liner feedback that how do you like particular training? Please write in a chat or in a question. Yeah, any questions? All right, thank you. See, I told you as a trainer, our energy is your feedback. So I request each and everyone, please give me your feedback. Whatever you may give a negative feedback, that's all right. Because I'm in this field last 13 years. I'm also entrepreneur and I'm also trainer and business growth coach. And every day I have a negative feedback and I accept that. And that is the way I improve myself. In business also, I told each and every entrepreneur that the complainer customer are the best customer. So they will tell you where you have to improve yourself. So that is the best thing which I feel. So give me a positive, negative, whatever the feedback you want to give me.
Hi, Pushpesh.
Yes, ma'am. Grishma
Yeah,
ji.
yeah, it was a wonderful session. It shows how it was so inspiring to see the way we're trying to inspire others as a trainer, because that is what real trainers do. And I hope all our participants would have learned a lot uh, to how to be a trainer. And if you have any more questions, you can type it in the chat, and Pushpe should definitely see that because he gives a lot of importance to the feedbacks. Because being a trainer, it's very important to get the suggestions from the crowd to improve ourselves and the sessions. So he would like to get your suggestions. So you can go ahead and give the responses in the chat. And we have 2 more poll questions coming in. So can we go with the poll question? Okay, so we have the question here. How much did you learn from this webinar? So can we have the answers, please? Okay, so Pushpesh, it says.
Thank you very much. We have a 25% to understand 100%.
Yeah, that is a wonderful response.
Thank you very much. So I request the 30 or 13% who are in 40 to 65%, give me your feedback. That is very important for me to improve myself. So please, I request that Grishma ji will give a email address where you can inform me where I should improve so that I can be in a 75 to 100% range.
All right, exactly. That was a sort of good response from the crowd, Pushpesh. All right, so can we go with the next question, please? So the question is, do you want to learn the skills to become a trainer? So that is an easy question. So because you're here, I'm sure you all want to learn the skills to be a trainer. So can we go with the answers, please? All right. So all the 12 people given us a thumbs up, 100%. They all want to learn the skills to become a trainer, a wonderful trainer. All right. So now we would go with the promo code. And Pushpesh, thank you so much for the wonderful session that you've provided. So we'll go with, a promo code. So for all the participants that's present today, we have a 25% discount that's running. That if you type in the promo code TOT25, you would get a 25% discount, and the price of the course would be 525 dirhams. On a website, the actual price of the course is 700 dirhams. So if you go ahead and if you purchase the course now by typing in the code TOT25, you would get it for 525, which would be by far the least price that you would get for this particular course. Because if you look at the market price for train the trainers, it is a really expensive course. So go ahead and utilize this opportunity that you have with Upgrade Skills. So any questions that you all have, please do leave us the questions in the chat. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great rest of the weekend. Take care. Bye.
Thank you very much from my side also. And thank you each and every participant and Upgrade Skills to invite me for this session. Thank you very much.